Welcome back to Surviving and Thriving, where we share with you the things that we have learned as we have transitioned our family from struggling to survive disease to thriving right smack dab in the midst of it, in the hopes that something that we share with you will help you, enlighten you, and encourage you as you transition your family from struggling to survive disease to thriving right smack dab in the midst of it. Everyone who is intricately involved in this walk, whether you are the person who are going through healthcare issues or health issues, or if you are the loved one of, the caretaker of, or even children growing up in the household of, everyone that is intricately involved in this battle has many opportunities to become very angry, many reasons to be angry. Angry, why is this happening to you? If you are the loved one of, you can be angry because you didn't see your life going this way. You didn't sign up for this. You're the caregiver giving your life to someone else, and there's other things that you want to do. Kids get angry because there's a lot of things they would like to do, but they're not able to do because there's a health issue. There's a health crisis with one of their parents. And the person who's going through, gosh, you're angry because you get angry because you can't do the things you want it to do. You see your life going in a different direction than what it really is going. Or, these medical professionals can make you very, very angry. And there are times you have to do things that you don't want to do that makes you angry. It's just many reasons, y'all. You know all the reasons you're going through it. You know all the reasons why you can be angry. There's a lot of reasons we can be angry. Anger could be a good thing and anger can be a bad thing. So let's talk about that. Good, a good way, a way that anger can be really good is because you can get angry at a situation. Say if you get angry at something and you say, you know what, I don't like this, I'm going to make a change for the better. That's a good thing. That's when anger is a good thing. You're angry because of what's going on in your body, so you're going to get up and you're going to do the things that you need to do to keep your body in the best possible condition that it could be in. You're angry at your finances, so you go out and you do something to make a change for the better for your family. Or you can just be angry that you're going through these health situations, um, and that your life is not going in the direction that it wants to. So you decide to say, you know what, even though I'm going through this, I'm going to make my life count and I'm going to live the best life that I can. That's when you're angry and you're mad, that's when it's a good thing, because you take it and you channel it and you use it in a positive way. But anger can also be a bad thing. It is bad when you harbor it and when you hold on to it. Anger in itself is not a bad thing. Everybody gets angry. That's a human thing, but it's what you do with it that makes it bad. And when you harbor it and hold on to it and you don't let go, it does a lot of bad things for you. Not for everyone else, but mainly for you, because you are hindering yourself. You're putting yourself in a bind that you don't have to. And when people are angry, I've told you this in another video, that it creates that stress and that anger and that tension creates a very acidic situation in your body. And an acidic body is conducive for sickness, it's conducive for disease, and it is conducive for death. You do not want an acidic body. You want to keep your body as stress-free, as alkaline as possible, because that is an environment that is conducive for life and good health, and that is what we are striving for. But also, when you're angry, it clouds your vision, it clouds your mind. You can't see things the right way. Your perspective is clouded, which means in turn that you will make bad decisions, because you're not seeing things as they really are. You're seeing it through a clouded vision. Also, it can make you do things that you don't even know that you're doing. Sometimes you can lash out at people and you don't know that you're lashing out. Your patience can become thin and you're snipping and you're snapping, not at the people you're angry with, but at the people that you love. And so you don't want to do that. Anger is just bad when it's not channeled in a proper way, and it's not good to hold on to it. The best thing to do in anger is to be angry. If you can change the situation that caused you to be angry, change it. But if you can't change it, how do you deal with that? I will admit to you that throughout the years of going through a health issue with my body, I have had ample opportunities to be angry. Angry on a lot of different areas in a lot of different ways and with a lot of different people. And I have not always been the best person. at being angry and moving on. But I have learned in the recent years better how to deal with that. I'm going to tell you the things that I learned in the hopes to help you. Now, remember, I told you that when you're angry, it creates an acidic body and it's conducive for sickness and disease. I also want you to know that sometimes when you're going through some things and you're doing all the right things that you need to be doing, but you find a lot of weird things happening with your body, different issues are popping up with your body, and your overall health doesn't seem to be going in the direction you want to, usually check and see if you got some undealt with anger down in there, because usually when you have anger down in there, it does counteract everything that you're doing in a positive way, and you will find that there are other things that will start going on with your body in a negative way that you don't want, and it's usually stemmed to anger. So let me tell you what I've learned how to deal with anger. A lot of times, what I have found is that when I'm harboring it, it's because I'm continually thinking about it. So I have to make a conscious decision to say, I am not going to keep replaying that thing in my mind. I'm not going to sit there and fester and dwell on it. That is not always easy, because sometimes it's just, it keeps coming, it keeps coming, it keeps coming. So how do I deal with that? I focus my mind in on something else. I start reading, I start finding other things to get busy with, to focus my mind on. And every time those thoughts come down, I have to pull them down. I have to give those thoughts no place, and then I tell myself what it will think on. I tell my mind that it thinks good things and not bad things. And I have to do that repeatedly a lot of times until I can conquer that thing and control my mind. But I busy myself with something else. I focus in on something else. I'll play music if I need to, depending on the situation, different things to get something else going on in my mind other than thinking about that thing that I went through. If it's a business relationship, if it's dealing with different medical personnel and stuff like that, those things can be replaced. So if it's something that I'm angry about and I can't seem to move past it with that person, I'll find new doctors, I'll find new nurses, I'll find new medical people to deal with, or I'll find another business to deal with. I usually try to remove the source of the anger. If it's not something that I can get past, I'll remove the source of the anger. Another thing, I just had to deal with this a couple months ago. If it's a relationship that can be mended, if it's something that we can still work with, medical, doctors, business, relationship with people that you love, if it's a relationship that can still stay intact or that is essential that you have to keep, what I do and what I had to do a couple months ago is you have to deal with it. You have to come face to face with those people, and you got to let them know you're angry. You got to let them know why you're angry. So a couple months ago, I had to deal with that with some medical people that I'm dealing with. It was an anger that was building up over a couple months. So I had to sit them down. I had to tell them that I was angry, let them know why I was angry, and establish how this relationship is going to go from here on out, and set the expectation that if there is not a change, that I'm out of here, this relationship is not going to continue, that I will go elsewhere. So that's what I had to do. I had to address it. I had to verbalize it. I didn't sugarcoat it. I let it out. I let them know exactly what it was that they were doing that was angering me, the expectation and the correction that I expected to take place, and how the relationship would go on in the future. I also let them know that there was a trust area that needed to be reestablished, and that the onus was on them to reestablish trust with me. I also let them know that I wasn't going to be angry with them and come in there yelling at them and fussing with them and have an attitude. I'm generally not like that. So I'm still going to be pleasant. I'm still going to smile. I'm still going to be myself, right? But you know that you have a trust issue that you need to fix. You need to reestablish the breach that you broke. And so they are aware of that. They understood that, and they said that they were willing to try to reestablish the trust with me. And I was able to let it go. Another thing I also have to do a lot is I have to tell myself consciously, I am going to let this go. I am not going to allow this to upset me. I'm not going to harbor this thing. I am going to forgive them and move on. And that is another thing that I have to say a lot sometimes, because it keeps trying to come back and I keep getting angry anytime I think about it. And then I have to tell myself, oh, wait, I tear down these thoughts. I replace these thoughts and I have forgiven them. I'm moving on. I am not going to harbor this anger. And I do that every single time it comes up until I'm able to move past that thing. There are people, there are situations, there are business relationships, doctor relationships, and people in my life and things in my life that are not as essential to me, not as necessary to me. And so when it's people or things or relationships that are not essential in my life, you guys, I can just move on. I can just let it go. I just tell myself they are not worth it. It does not matter. I'm moving on past there. And that's what I do. I hope that is helpful to you. I do want you to know it is not always easy to get past anger. But if you're going to be angry, use it for a good thing. And if it's not something that you can use for a good thing, then go ahead and release that thing and deal with it in the ways that you know how to deal with it to release it so that you can move on. But I would highly implore you not to hold on to it, not to keep rehearsing it over and over again, and to let it go. Because when you hold it in, it's only hurting you, it's only damaging you, and it's acting opposite of what you're trying to do. It's contradicting all the work that you're putting in to overcome sickness and disease. And you never want to start going off on people that aren't the issue, or to ruin a relationship that's a good relationship, and you're not really mad at them because your patience is thin, because you're really angry on another level. So go ahead and deal with it while you have the time, the chance, and the opportunity to deal with it, and move on and keep enjoying your life. Thank you once again for tuning in with us. I really do appreciate the fact that you are watching. Please share this with other people that you know that are going through health issues that may be able to benefit from what we're doing here on Surviving and Thriving. And remember, in all things, do you. Thank you for watching. Until next week. Bye.